This is number 11 on the 2020 PSAT exam. They categorize this as level intermediate. I would argue this is a level easy. We just have to know what a function is and how to use them. Okay, this is my fourth time filming this because things keep popping up on my computer because it's just booted up. So I'm going to hopefully get this in one take. Now, okay, so let's preview the question. Looks like this table here, and look, preview the choices. Looks like it's some function we got to match to this table, and it looks like they're all quadratics, just differing by this constant value multiplied in front. Okay, that's a test taking strategy, by the way, just previewing the question. Because now let's kind of skim through this blurb over here. Function f, table above shows several values of p and the corresponding values of f of p. I don't care about this middle part. Which of the following equations defines f? So I guessed correctly that we're trying to match one of these equations to this table. And this middle part, I really didn't care about because it's just describing what this p and f of p are, but we're not even asked to interpret this. So we don't have to bother reading it. We can save ourselves 1 or 2 seconds. Not that much, but it adds up if you uh, save 1 or 2 seconds in multiple problems. Okay, so we just have to know how functions work. We input some value p, and we get some output f of p. Okay, that's how a function works, and we can just do it for all these choices. Well, let's take this first point, for example. Input 4, output 1. Okay, so let's input 4 into choice A. That would be 16 times 4 squared. That's much bigger than 1. You don't even have to know what 16 times 16 is. It's good to know it because it's a perfect square. So I would recommend you know that, but we don't care because in this case, because it's much bigger than 1. Cross that out. Choice B, 4 times 4 squared. That's much bigger than 1 as well. Cross that out. Choice C, 4 squared divided by 4. That's 4. That's not 1. Cross that out. Answer is D. See how easy that was? We just have to know how to use the function. We input something, and we get an output with some equation. Okay, and then of course, if you have time, I would check maybe another 1 or 2 points. But if you're crunched on time, just circle D, sorry, not circle, bubble in D. I think it's a digital SAT now, so bubble it in or click it, and then move on to the next question.